Are you looking for the best business laptops of 2025? In this video we will look at some of the 7 best laptops on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Acer Swift Go 14, 2024. Our mid-range pick is the Acer Swift Go 14, 2024. This thin and light 14-inch model offers many features that are normally found on higher-end devices. One standout feature at this price point is the display options. You can choose between an FHD plus IPS or a 2.8K OLED panel for the display. The OLED display is sharper and better suited for color-critical work, which is great for small businesses that need to do some light photo editing. OLEDs are susceptible to permanent burn-in and will drain the battery faster, though. As for performance, it features Intel Meteor Lake CPUs, which are powerful enough to handle fairly demanding tasks. You can get up to 32 GB of RAM and 2 TB of storage, though only the latter is user-replaceable. This laptop feels very well built despite having a little more plastic in its construction than premium models like the Lenovo ThinkPad X915 Aura Edition, 2025, above. It has a spacious, albeit slightly mushy keyboard, a large and responsive touchpad, a 1080p webcam with facial recognition support, and a wide port selection that includes 2 Thunderbolt 4s and an HDMI. Its battery life is excellent at around 11 hours of light use. You can charge the laptop via USB-C. At number 2. ASUS Vivobook 16M1605, 2023. The best laptop for business we've tested when you're shopping on a budget is the ASUS Vivobook 16M1605, 2023. This ultra-portable feels well built for the price and isn't overly bulky for a 16-inch device, so it's still easy to carry around. You can get this laptop with an AMD Ryzen 5 or Ryzen 7 CPU, which are more than adequate to handle general productivity tasks. As for the RAM, it has 8 GB soldered onto the motherboard in a SODIMM slot, so if you can't find a model with 16 GB, you can always get an 8 GB model and upgrade it yourself. Its battery life is okay at around 8 hours of light use, which means you may need a quick charge to get through a typical workday, depending on your usage. This model delivers a pretty good user experience overall. It has a spacious full-size keyboard with a numpad, which is handy for those working with lots of numbers, as well as a large and responsive touchpad. You get Wi-Fi 6E wireless connectivity, a fingerprint sensor for quick logins, and a decent port selection with 3 USB-As, a USB-C, and an HDMI. Unfortunately, the USB-C doesn't support video output, so you'll have to use the HDMI port to connect an external display. The main drawback of this laptop is the display. Its 1080p resolution looks reasonably sharp at this screen size, however, it's quite dim at around 250 candelas per square meter of brightness, so visibility may be an issue in well-lit rooms. It also looks washed out due to its narrow color gamut. At number 3. Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3i Chromebook 14, 2023. If you want to spend as little as possible, get the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3i Chromebook 14, 2023. This 14-inch Chromebook is a great option for anyone needing a simple device to do light work like responding to emails, text processing, spreadsheets, and video playback. The Core i3 configuration, paired with a FHD touch-sensitive display, 8 GB of RAM, and 128 GB of storage, is often on sale for around $400 directly from Lenovo. There are cheaper configurations, however, we don't recommend them unless you have an extremely light workload and don't mind compromising on the display quality. The touch-sensitive FHD display gets bright enough for well-lit settings and is reasonably color-accurate. Above the display sits an excellent 1080p webcam, so your colleagues and clients can see and hear you clearly on video calls. The keyboard feels spacious but a tad mushy, and the touchpad is small and not always responsive. For those new to Chrome OS, know that this operating system is limited in the type of applications you can install, so you must ensure you can do everything through a Chrome browser or Android app. At number 4. Apple MacBook Air 15, M4, 2025. Although Windows is the most used operating system in the corporate business world, some of you may prefer or have the option to use a MacBook. If so, we recommend the Apple MacBook Air 15, M4, 2025, one of the best laptops for business and personal use we've tested. Like our top pick, the Lenovo ThinkPad X915 Aura Edition, 2025, this is a premium model that provides an amazing user experience overall. You get plenty of screen real estate on its Retina display for multitasking, a tactile keyboard, and Apple's industry-leading haptic touchpad. The M4 model sports a new 12MP webcam with center stage support, a feature that keeps you centered in the frame during video calls, which can be handy if you need to walk around while giving a presentation. Apple's M4 SoC is fast, providing a snappy desktop experience. Plus, it doesn't even need active cooling, so you'll never have to deal with fan noise. The main downside of this laptop is its limited port selection, which comprises only two USB-C/Thunderbolt 4s, so a dock might be necessary if you want to connect multiple peripherals or external displays. If you plan to use an external monitor with the laptop closed or prefer a more compact device for on-the-go use, you can get the Apple MacBook Air 13 M4 2025. It's cheaper, but the speakers don't sound as good. At number 5. Apple MacBook Pro 14 2024. For people needing to do a bit of everything, including graphic design, photo editing, and video editing, get the M4 Apple MacBook Pro 14 2024, one of the best laptops for small business we've tested. This premium 14-inch workstation packs a ridiculous amount of processing power and can handle nearly anything you throw at it. Its 120Hz mini LED display provides good visibility in well-lit settings and is color-accurate out of the box, making it suitable for color-critical work. In addition to better performance, this M4 generation comes with a few other upgrades and new features, including an optional nanotexture finish to combat glare, a 12MP webcam with center stage support, and Thunderbolt 5, Pro and Max models. On the Windows side, we recommend the Lenovo ThinkPad P1 Gen 7 2024. This is also a premium workstation laptop that can handle intensive workloads. It features a 16-inch display, Lenovo's beloved keyboard and trackpoint, a huge haptic touchpad, and an excellent 1440p webcam. While its Intel Meteor Lake processors can't quite keep up with a maxed-out MacBook Pro and CPU workloads, you can get more raw GPU performance if you go with one of the higher-end GPUs, like the NVIDIA RTX 8 Generation 3000 or RTX 4070. You can only get up to 64GB of RAM, whereas the MacBook Pro is configurable with up to 128GB, however, the RAM is user-replaceable, allowing you to add up to 96GB. Unfortunately, its battery life isn't as good as the MacBook Pro's, and none of the available displays get as bright to combat glare. At number 6. Microsoft Surface Pro 11th Edition, 2024. If you want a versatile work device that you can also use as a tablet for media consumption, get the Microsoft Surface Pro 11th Edition, 2024, one of the best laptops for business and personal use we've tested. Unlike convertibles with a 360-degree hinge, this is a tablet PC with a detachable keyboard. Removing the keyboard makes the device easier to hold as a tablet and takes up less space on a table. The downside is that it's a bit more unstable when using it as a laptop on your lap. The new Flex keyboard feels spacious and comfortable, and it now works even when disconnected from the device, giving you more flexibility to position the tablet to your liking. It also has a new haptic touchpad that's larger and easier to use. Unfortunately, the keyboard is still a separate purchase, the same goes for the stylus. An important consideration for business use is that this tablet uses an ARM processor. The Snapdragon chips are more than adequate to handle general productivity tasks, and they're quite power efficient, giving you an all-day battery life. That said, make sure that the apps you use are compatible or run well enough through Microsoft's Prism emulation layer to get your work done. Regarding the display, the Snapdragon X Plus model sports an IPS panel, while the X Elite models come with an OLED panel. While the OLED display will give you deeper blacks, it exhibits the screen door effect, a grid-like pattern that some may find distracting. Also, remember that OLEDs are susceptible to permanent burn-in. Other than that, this is a great device overall. At number 7. Lenovo ThinkPad X915 Aura Edition, 2025. The best business laptop we've tested is the Lenovo ThinkPad X915 Aura Edition, 2025. This 15-inch premium ultra-portable has nearly everything to let you work comfortably and efficiently. Its full aluminum build feels remarkably sturdy, giving you peace of mind when traveling, and its thin and light design makes it easy to carry. Battery life is outstanding at around 15 hours of light use, and you can charge the device easily via USB-C should you need a quick top-up. You get a wide port selection for peripherals and external displays, including a USB-A, 2 USB-C/Thunderbolt 4s, and an HDMI. This laptop sports a gorgeous 120Hz 2.8K OLED screen, with or without touch input, that displays sharp text and images. The panel gets bright enough for use in most indoor settings and even outdoors, as long as you don't have sunlight shining directly on the screen. Just remember that this OLED display flickers at 480 Hz, which might bother some people, causing eye strain. You also get an amazingly comfortable keyboard, a large haptic touchpad, and an excellent 1440p webcam with Windows Hello facial recognition support. Performance is great. Its Intel Lunar Lake chip can easily handle general productivity tasks like text processing, web browsing, spreadsheets, and presentations.